I want to welcome each and every one of us to this live broadcast with Mr. Abundance. It says 5:59 p.m. Today is the 5th of August 2020. Welcome. Today's what should I do for personal development? I always believe that water doesn't rise above its own level. You cannot give me what you do not have. You cannot become what you're not thinking. And poverty is not a problem. Poverty is a lack of ideas and creativity. And once you have ideas and creativity, like we're doing in TAC, I said it must produce the results. Because that's what it is. Mark Zuckerberg, he will tell you they got an idea. Here you have, by the way, I'm not going to do what I have planned for my inspiration, my personal development, because I'm on a roll here. Mark Zuckerberg, students in a dormitory, they got an idea. An idea. I want you to understand when I say that poverty is a lack of ideas and creativity, I know exactly what I am saying. And so here you have some kids in a dormitory with an idea about Facebook. Today, that idea worth over 400 plus billion. An idea with action. There is no secret to wealth creation. What it is, it's an understanding that you cannot repeat your old pattern of life and get a new result. You align yourself. And those of you who are hoping that the economy return as it was, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. You make a folly of yourself. The only way of escape from plunging a country or a people out of poverty is cryptocurrency. There is no other method. There's no other method at present. None before, not any now. And let me pause to share my screen so that let me bring up my little chart with Bitcoin. What the first cryptocurrency, and we have to reference to that because it is the mother of all cryptocurrency. It's just like the US dollar is the world currency. TAC is not yet certified. We're going there. Once TAC is certified, then in about 3 years, I don't think anybody will remember Bitcoin because of what TAC is going to appreciate too. And so 10 years ago, you had bought $100 worth of Bitcoin. Just $100 here. Let me highlight, just in case you might say, Mr. Abundance, we can't see, So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to bold it so you can see. This is what $100 10 years ago would have given you 33. It would have given you that Bitcoin here. That is the Bitcoin above. And so I wanted to follow me clearly. It would have given you 33,303 Bitcoin because the Bitcoin was at 0.003. And so have you invested $100 in today in 2020, you would have had over 350. It says 13 here because I think I calculated this when it was a bit lower. But even at this figure, 330,200 US dollars of spendable money, just $100 investment. A matter of fact, you saw here it says 660. It's because Bitcoin in 2017 rose to its ultimate height of $20. That's why at that time you would have had 666 million. And that is what 6 years after you would have invested $100. What is $100 for a lot of us? And so this is what I'm talking about. When I say that is only cryptocurrency that can do it, I am not speaking from thin air. All right. So this is the dawn of the new cryptocurrency, the dawn of a new currency, which is cryptocurrency. It is a digital currency that can be transacted peer-to-peer. You don't need a middleman. That is why the banks don't like cryptocurrency. That is why my bank told me today, you know, Mr. Abundant, you know, we like you, you know, but you're too progressive for us. We are not ready yet for you. Yes, the laws have been passed in my country, but, you know, we are kind of conservative. And so we don't get into cryptocurrency business account. We don't get into the CIP business account. And so I have contacted a bank manager today, and he told Mr. Abundance, we can accommodate you. We can accommodate you. We are more progressive. You see, so whereas a bank is saying, oh, it's cryptocurrency, we're going to run. Another bank is saying, Mr. Abundance, we can accommodate you. And trust me, when we enter that bank, we are going to shut down the others because they are for the elites. They are for the elites. They are not there to serve the people. They are there to keep the status quo in place. That's what they're there for. We don't need them. What we have had with corporation, it's all about structural poverty. They know, and you say, you know, you work hard, and it's true, you work hard. You give them 40 and 50 years of your life, and yet still you're retired poor. It's not for lack of working hard why you're poor. It is the system that is in place to ensure that you're born in poverty, you live in poverty, and you will die in poverty. But you know what? If you die in poverty, it's now become a choice. Before, you didn't have a choice. Anyone I said who would have been introduced to TAC and failed to play his or her role, we can't help them. And so this is a new era, the dawn of a new currency powered by blockchain technology. I told you guys that last year, a central bank in Canada, one in Singapore, did the first experiment by sending cryptocurrency to each other. And this experiment was supported and helped to finance by JP Morgan Chase and Company. And it was a success. I already told you guys that since last year. And so, Antigua and Barbuda, let me tell you what Christine Lagarde says. Let me share my screen. Let me hide that. And this is what she said since last year, so that you can appreciate her.
And the Caribbean central banks and the Bahamas, actually. You have, I believe, 4 or 5 islands which together have decided at central bank level to go with a digital currency. So central bank digital currency is coming alive. It's not going to happen today. I think they have a 12-month experimental period that they want to go through before they actually launch for good.
How much of the IMF?
Now that was Christine Lagarde a year ago talking about our central bank in the Caribbean coming together to probably at the central bank level where cryptocurrency is concerned. Now, I think I'm still sharing my screen now. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, I think I was sharing my screen. Okay, so let me continue to share my screen. You know, sometimes these things, try to play on you. All right, so here we have Antigua and Barbuda Citizen Buy Investment Program now accept cryptocurrency. It's supposed to be cryptocurrencies, but nonetheless, they said cryptocurrency and euro because before it was basically just US dollars. Here you have our passport, here you have the crypto sign, and here you have the euro. So we are now saying to the world that you can invest and buy, and you see the properties behind there. You can now come with 200,000 US, 450,000 if you're doing business in cryptocurrency, and the government will take it. Antigua and Barbuda. It says the Parliament of Antigua and Barbuda has amended its Citizenship by Investment Act. According to the latest changes, it is now possible to make both euro and cryptocurrency investment. According to the Prime Minister Gaston Brown, the innovation are aimed at granting more opportunities for foreign investors and helping Caribbean banks breathe. Underline the word, the operative word here is breathe more freely. What does the Prime Minister mean when he says by accepting cryptocurrency will help Caribbean banks breathe? He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. And that is what Mr. Abundance is saying to you. If you want to breathe, cryptocurrency, it's not how hard you work. It's not how many subjects you have now. Because I can bet that some of you have subjects running off of your business card, but you're still struggling. You're still struggling. And that's what it is. All of us are in the same boat. It doesn't have to be that way. But we cannot cancel over 2,000 years of artificial scarcity without us coming together. It's a coming together that will allow us to, we have to bury greed, selfishness, and ignorance, because that are the 3 characteristics that have contained us as a people of color: greed, ignorance, and selfishness. And so once we bury those, we're good to go. And we had to bury them. We had to bury them. And that is why we're here where we are today with the Abundance Coin. And let me first, oh dear me, I did not welcome our newbies that joined today and those who came in last week, even 2 weeks ago. I am sorry, I don't think I mentioned that. Did McDonald, our lady McDonald, our let me see if she sent a message, because she normally sent a message here. Princess McDonald, Princess Diana. She normally sends a message of greeting to the house. I am not. Oh yes, let me see here. That's right. And so we have our newly appointed regional executive director, and I want you to understand what is happening. TAC has a structure that is unique. I said today on the radio that what TAC is doing, we are rewriting the standard for any other company to come in the Caribbean. We should not accept anything less than what we have created. We have created a standard that no other cryptocurrency has. None. And so Madam McDonald, she has just been promoted to our regional executive director for the Caribbean, which means that she's now responsible for all the islands in the Caribbean to work with the national executive coordinators in every country to ensure that TAC reaches down to the grass level. And so she have now duplicate herself. She has now been succeeded by her successor, and that is when you know you have a legacy. When your successor succeeds you, then you know that your legacy will live on. A lot of us in position, we do not create opportunities for others. A matter of fact, you will keep information because of selfishness and greed. You think if you teach people, they will take your position. I had that as a young manager at Jolly Beach Hotel. 1994 and 95, I was already a manager at Jolly Beach Hotel. Young in my age, but I was living, not only a manager, but I was living on property. I took 6 weeks vacation, and 2 senior management staff met me and said, Mr. Abundance, if you stay away for 6 weeks and the hotel can function without you, they don't need you. Well, we're talking about senior manager, and as if that was not bad, another senior manager at another time, before I went on vacation, because you know, once you are going on vacation as a manager, all the managers must know. It's no secret. And so if that was not bad, here comes another one. He says, Mr. Abundance, it was Mr. Williams. Don't you think that you're giving your assistant too much time to learn the job? Suppose he does a better job than you. This is who we are. This is who we are. He says, aren't you worried that your assistant do a better job than you? That is whole 6 weeks you're giving him. And here was Mr. Abundance's reply. If my assistant does a better job than Mr. Abundance, it meant that 2 things needs to happen or would have happened. Number 1, I would have done my job as a manager to prepare the next person to take my position, because that is what you're doing as a leader. You're always preparing those that you lead to take over. And so that is one. I told him, I'm talking about 94. So when Mr. Abundance says to you, I understand leadership well, I am not a rookie at this thing. And so I said, the other one was, if my assistant does do a better job than Mr. Abundance, it meant then it's time for the company to move Mr. Abundance to another higher level where he can be challenged. That was my answer, 1994. And so, Princess Diana, we're happy that we have you. You have shown leadership. You have shown what being a meaningful specific is all about. It's no longer how long you're in TAC. It's not about, because when I went on the job, Lyndon could tell you, I met Lyndon on the job. They trained me. I don't know how many years he were there before me, but in by 4.5 years, I was managing all of them. This is not about how long you're on the job, how long you're in TAC. What have you done since you have arrived? What have you done? Only to say I'm a founding member. Oh, I am a really? Anyhow. All right, so here we are. The affirmative action is TAC. Take action now. Together we can, together we will. Neil Millionaire Mindset George. Thank you very much. Mr. Carr, welcome everyone. TAC is going uphill. You're welcome. Good evening, Pascal. Good evening. Good evening, Dawn. My neighbor in the Cayman. Good evening. Mr. Gabriel, within Honorable House of Tiasha, TAC is going uphill. TAC, our affirmative action, yes, against colonization. You must run that series, oh. Just run that series. TAC is the affirmative action against recolonization. You know, so run that series. Watching from Nigeria. Good morning to you, Mr. Abundance, and to the Tiashan community. May God bless us and give us our strength and wisdom as we edge closer. That is Mr. Samson Luca, our executive, national executive over there in Papua New Guinea. They have actually 14 hours ahead of us. TAC is a global. Did I show you TAC? I must always show you the Abundance Community coin. And you know, sometimes I get carried away with our mindset and even fail to promote the coin. You know, where we are, the price of the coin. You know, we're in the certification period. This is the second round, as you can see. The first round ended where the coin was at 25 cents. Now the coin is at 50 cents. You know, buy your future. Now it is cheap to do so. We have 40 days left for this round to finish. Also, we have here now the white paper where you can look to see what we're about. Somebody's trying to get me. Can you imagine? You know, I took the volume off of my phone when I was in Dave today. Hello. Yes, actually, I am live in my broadcast. I'm not too sure if you have gotten an invitation to join us, but I am presently live and everybody is listening to our conversation. So could you call me back in half an hour, sir? Okay, bye-bye. All right. So view white paper. So you can view our white paper here, and you can also learn how to register in TAC. So once you click here, it will give you our video as how to register. Always make sure that you look at the roadmap. This will tell you when we began, what took place before you came in, what is taking place now, and what will take place after. And our team, don't forget to go through our team of executives from all over the world. Make sure that you know, today we had Christelle Wilson, attorney at law, TAC Caribbean and Latin America ambassador. She's the newest appointee, a prominent attorney in the Caribbean. She's also our national executive coordinator for Belize. Okay, so she's having dual role in TAC. I have never seen so much excitement from nobody. I am excited about TAC, but in the presence of attorney Christelle, I must respect her because she understood very well. If everyone caught the vision, like our attorney did, we would already raise the 2.5 by people, not by hoping that somebody give us 2.5. As a matter of fact, we don't even want that to happen. Mr. Bonnes really don't want that to happen. I don't want anybody have to come and think they have to rescue us. That's not what TAC is all about. And that is why I kept resisting this from day one. You see, so we can do it. And when you do it, it assures you that your foundation is solid, that you're not artificially building anything. You are solidly building something. And when everybody put in their $2, their $5, you have a solid structure. All right. And I think also we had our national executive coordinator from Kenya, Mr. Kevin Kiari. He came in also this week. All right. What else took place? We also had a few executive regional executive directors came in last week also. Princess Diana McDonald, she is here as a regional director for the Caribbean. Mr. Jose Santiago, regional executive director for East Africa. That includes Tanzania, Ethiopia, Kenya, those East African countries. Mr. Bishop Godswill, he's West Africa, that covers Ghana and Nigeria and Mali and so forth. Then you have Mr. Keston, who is our regional executive for Central Africa, that cover places like the DRC Republic, the Congos, Gabon, Cameroon, etc. All right. So we have. I'm telling you, this structure that we have in TAC, no other coin has it, and that is why we cannot and we will not accept any other coin come to our region and give us anything less than what we have created. We cannot accept it. They must come better than the abundance coin. When it comes to leadership and structure, transparency, they must come better into our region, because we have set the standard. We have set the standard as what your team should look like. People should know who they are, that they're live people. You can call them, you can talk to them. You have Engineer Bernard here in Burundi. You can call him and talk to him. We have, a matter of fact, this is supposed to be missed. I don't know why I want to marry this girl so early. I told her, I think it was on Sunday, Madam Helen, my dear sister, I told her, she better get married before I come to Africa, because if she's not married before I come to Africa, I might have to disrupt that wedding. All right. And so we have our coordinator here from South Africa. From South Korea. You can call her. Our assistant executive coordinator from Trinidad and Tobago, you can call him. Madam Cynthia out of the Bahamas. They're all live people. Mr. Carr, he's in Antigua, Mozambique, Burundi, Rwanda. It's all here. Papua New Guinea, you just saw Mr. Samson Luka. Our assistant from Burundi, Pascal Mamanto Edi, from Lesotho, from France. All these are our national and assistant coordinators of country. Bishop Alexander, Liberia, Pendapala, Nakantingo, from Namibia. Mr. Nkwa Mapango and Saint Stephen from Gabon, Dr. Bayo Jean Marie, assistant there in Gabon. So we have a whole slew of professionals that comes from all over. Prosperous Prince has a story to tell to everybody. this man here in this suit could have been 100 million plus today in Bitcoin had he. Am I sharing my screen? I wasn't sharing my screen. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen. Oh, I was just talking. All right, sorry about that. All right, sorry about that, folks. I didn't realize I wasn't sharing my screen. And so this is the attorney Christian that I mentioned about. This is Mr. Kevin, who came in from Kenya. And so I was talking about all our oh dear me, Mr. Abundant. I was talking about Prosperous Prince here. Okay, but I was all these are our coordinators. This is Madam Helen. I just called this is Joel here. This is the lady I was telling that, I told her, you know what, make sure you get married before you come to Africa. Very nice lady, and her mother down there in the DR. This is Madam Cynthia, or Engineer Bernard. So these are all the people. I thought I was sharing my screen. Oh, I now realize I wasn't. All right, so these are our regional executive coordinators. All right, and Madam Attorney Christelle Wilson, who is our TAC Caribbean Latin American ambassador. All right, so these are our, directors, and so make sure, when you come here, you look at that. And if I wasn't sharing my screen, so let me go back up here. This is our white paper. This is what you click to know how to register and buy TAC and all these things. So everything is here. 40 days to go before we go. All right. Okay, so I think I can stop sharing my screen now. Okay, here we go. Fedora Charles from Helen of the West, from the Helen of the West, St. Lucia. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much. So it's guaranteed that TAC is going up. Good day, everyone. TAC is going up here. Thank you, Minister Tariq Thomas. And Tariq, you're doing an excellent job. You took up the position of Director of Communication in Antigua and Barbuda, and you're already producing fruits. Some people think that there's a difference between being productive and being busy. You have some people that they are busy and they're busy accomplishing nothing, and they actually confuse busy for achieving. They're not in achieving nothing, but they're not fooling Mr. Abundance. They're not fooling Mr. Abundance. I may not be saying anything, but they're not fooling Mr. Abundance. They're fooling themselves. And so the old people say sometimes you play dead. Sometimes you play dead to see who really take advantage of you. You play dead. Let them feel, well, Mr. Bonner, really? So I want to appreciate you, Mr. Tariq. Is my friend Tabarabi is in the Take Action? Okay. Good evening, sir. Mr. Abundance, my boss. Thank you for your good work you are doing for TAC community. Stephen Feta from Ghana. Thank you very much for that audio also this week, Stephen. The audio that you did this week, you said it was for me, Mr. Abundant, but I had to share it with the community because you are a meaningful specific. All right. I already took action. I can't afford to be left out. All right. Indeed, rules of the bank. The bank dictates that what they do. That is why cryptocurrency will do on the bank what email have done to postal mail service, which is true. Because we know before time for you to send a message to anybody, it's about a mail. When I was in college, I think it's the first time I heard about emails. When I was in college, I hear people talking about, and that was in Ohio, that there was email. I said, what is this thing, this email? They said, email. I said, okay. It was like strange, just like cryptocurrency now. A lot of you are now hearing about cryptocurrency, and it might sound very strange to you, but welcome aboard. Technology is not waiting for no one. And whether you embrace cryptocurrency now or later, it doesn't matter. It just put you in a position. That's all. A negative or positive. You cannot hold back technology. I already showed you what Antigua is doing. I don't want to go to all the countries again who's already accepting. I'll do that another time. You don't get you have to come to these information, all the time. Wednesdays and Sundays, and join the group so that you can ask questions. All right, good evening, Mr. Abundance and the Great Tiashan. Please, let's not be deceived. Tak is the only man standing from Nigeria. Tak is the only man standing. Watching from South Africa. You're welcome. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. Oh, no, Tiashan, our First Lady. First Lady, that must be from the only First Lady in Tak. We have a princess and we have a First Lady. The First Lady is out of the UK. Our Princess Diana is out of Antigua. So, you're welcome. Good evening, all. Congratulations, Princess McDonald. That's why. Tax secures a future for your children's children in a long run. So, to the parents on here, start investing for your children. Future until they have become of age. That's right. Open their accounts and invest their coins into your account. When they come of age, you can open up the account and transfer the coins. And some of you might need to, make your will and, make your will and give your password, give your username and say, this is how I want my money to be distributed. This is how I want my millions, my billion to be distributed, because tax is a life-changing. If you want to die poor, go ahead. But you have a vehicle here. If all of us put our hands together, by the way, nothing is guaranteed. Absolutely nothing. No business is guaranteed success. The success of any business depends on the people who are doing the business. Because no business can survive without customers. You show me a business that can survive without customers. Show me a business. And that is why a lot of business will go under, because of COVID-19 that has kept us in our houses. And that is why a lot of businesses are falling up. That is why Jolly Beach right now, that would have been employing nearly 400 employees. Everybody's at home. Everybody's at home. There is no customers. No business can survive without customers. And so if you want TAC to be at 500 US this year for one, next year 5,000 US for one TAC, you have to do what is required of you. You have to do the needful. You come in, you bring 10 persons with you. Take a month to do it. That's the urgency of now. Before the second round of pandemic hit us, you can have spendable money. But you can't just come and sit around and spinning around and expect somebody to work for you. Really? Good evening, all. Joe from Antigua, can you explain blockchain technology so a person can understand that it can't be hacked? Well, blockchain, and by the way, now, you know what I'm going to do? I want you to look up what is blockchain technology. Look up what is blockchain technology. Do a little research. And we will come back here and then you will tell Mr. Abundance, what have you found? So that is your homework. Sometimes everybody wants to be spoon-fed. I thank you for the question, but this is your homework. Go and type in blockchain technology. And so the next time we come, you need to tell Mr. Abundance, what have you found? All right. Mr. Abundance, we are all proud of you and the entire TAC management team. Also, thanks a lot for today's program on the Radio Observer. You really prove what TAC can do to the entire world. Great job. I want to thank all of you in the Tiashan community. It is because of you why TAC exists. Mr. Abundance is as equal as, is playing the role that is equal to every last person in the Tiashan community. I hold no greater or prestige position than any one of you. It's just that by structure, we need to have a structure. But when it comes to importance, there is no first class in TAC or economy. And all of us are equally important to take this vision home. All right? Okay, I think I need to bring it to an end. Good evening, Tiashan from Papua New Guinea. I want to also thank you, Madam Monica Umpa. Very focused young lady over there in Papua New Guinea. Very focused, and I know she has TAC's heart. TAC is going uphill. Welcome to the house. Yes, Mr. Francis, I'm taking it from the bottom. Here comes Prince. Good evening. So here we have Prince, and then we have the First Lady. And so we have a princess, we have a prince, and we also have a First Lady. Only in TAC you will find these. Mr. Anthony, I want to thank you today, and also Mr. Francis for appearing on the radio program. The world actually heard you. And your contribution. I think I did that already. I also want to thank Miss Colette. I visit her today at Heritage Key. Good evening to the House of Tiashan. TAC is changing lives. Yes, and I did, speak to the bank, and they actually put a stop on persons depositing in my account. Because everybody going there says cryptocurrency, and the bank don't like cryptocurrency. And I think it's because the small transaction that were going in, and I thought of that because my account has received, much more than that last year, and not even 1% of what went in, and I did not have any stop. It's because those separate orders. If it was a bulk, if they were depositing bulk twice a week, they would have never called me. So we have to be smart when we're doing this thing, knowing that the enemy is the system. The enemy is the system. So they have stopped anybody from depositing money into my account. That is the official word. And so we just have to find another way. We have other people with other accounts that the money can be deposited, and the Bitcoin can be bought, because you will need Bitcoins to buy TAC. All right, but we will sort that out. These are the challenges of a pioneer. We are the pace setters. We are the ones that is cutting down the bushes. We are the ones that are pulling up the roots. We are the ones that are moving the gravel, the stones, so that the majority can now see it is safe. Because that is what a lot of people, they will not invest now. They are not foundation material. It's not everyone, not because sometimes we confuse education with the ability to see an opportunity. And so when you have an opportunity, you say, oh, this person is bright, and this person is outspoken, and this person can sell. You take it to them, they burst your bubble. They say, oh, no. And so it's not everyone is for the foundation. So I just want to thank all of you who have joined Mr. Abundance. And so this is where I bring this one to a close. Mr. Abundance have been talking all day. And I appreciate all of you and what you have done for TAC. Join us again Sunday at 2 p.m. right here. Please, you're in the group, ask your questions also in the group. How we're going to, continue the registration process. I will be between today and tomorrow. I will be basically trying out an app to see that if I can buy coins with that. So if anybody there outside there know how to get Bitcoins, you're welcome. Some of you, we're going to use your accounts so that you can help to mitigate. If you have people in the States and Canada and the UK, they have access to coin. So if you have families in the UK, you just let us know, and we can direct the monies where they can buy your coins and send them to your wallet. In Canada, in the United States, it's the same thing. You have families there, just tell them, send some money over there to our director, and she will buy your coins and she will put them in your wallet. So we just have to be creative. There's always going to be problems, but it's the people who solve problems make money. Money follow those who solve problems. YouTube that I am now using solves a problem. It's solving a problem of communication. WhatsApp and Facebook solves a problem. Yahoo, Microsoft, the telephone technology solve problem. Anyone who solves problem, money follows them. And so problems will come. We have to solve it. That's all. And so I want to thank all of you. This is Mr. Abundance. Good evening.